I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is May 3rd, Friday, 2024. Hope you had a good week and a good day. So, as I told y'all motherfuckers, I'm just coming back here to do the video to tell you I told you so, to be honest with you. So we're on the overbought area here, and we did finally reach that that buyer's remorse. I've had this highlighted ever since we broke through that. So a lot of people on the internet were like, oh, we're not coming back up here. I'm like, okay. So that's why I had that there. I mean, does it happen or not? They built liquidity on the way, so that's how they do things, right? But yesterday I was giving an example of that we would kind of pull back a little bit and then move up. Obviously, this drawing isn't exact, but what we did is we popped up and we took out that high first, and then we retraced back on the gaps and then shot for it. So let's take a look real quick. And just so you know, I practice what I preach. So here's the trade here. I'm only showing this because I practice what I preach. I was showing this level for a very long time, so it's not like I don't, do what I teach, right? But we had news. We had non-farm pop up, right? I'm not trying to catch any of that shit. I was actually ready at 8:30 today, though. I generally want to be earlier on Fridays, so and be done by London close. But anyways, how you could have caught this? Well, when I understand what's going on here, it's a bull flag, right? It's a classic bull flag that's being formed, and sort of on the higher time frame, but mainly on the lower time frame. But here is the beginning of it. But when you get this first down candle, it's a control of price, just like when I used to teach going down recently about a control of price. This is the same thing, but going up, meaning that we don't dip in to the imbalance or the lower levels. We make this first down candle, and it creates that lock of price, right? And then we make a new high and then a new higher low, and the higher low that stays inside that down candle, right? And on all the way up until you kind of reach your target, which that's how I got involved. And 9:30 came down. I wasn't worried about it taking it out. If it did, then I would have bought again because I know we're coming for this level. I was confident what we were doing, but and it panned out. So what can I say? And then boom, finally breached it here. And yeah, man. So let me show you this so you could learn the lesson of the day. That's what really what matters here. But just like when I give you guys a control of price of being bearish, and I'll draw it just to give you an example. When I make those videos of it doing this, right, and we're kind of like speakering out or whatever, right? Just like on the runs, the quick runs or whatever down, for example, that I've been showing you lately in these previous videos. I think I made a video even yesterday going down with the same idea. Well, this is the same logic, but it's going up. So you pop up. I'm just going to do it this way. Start from I'll do it from here. Fuck it. Just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So that's kind of it, but I'll just leave it like that. So let me just move this over. So as you can see here, once the price goes up, right, you see this last down movement. I'll even draw it out. Not draw it out, but highlight it. You see that? See how see that flag? See how it stays inside that demand area? And in this case, it would be sitting right here, right? Last down move. See how the price is respecting that golden area right there? So that's basically what I'm trying to say, but now you can see it visually, right? So very common pattern. We generally fade bull flags, but at the same time, the goal is to get to that level. Now, here is really an interesting thing here. to try to catch this sell was impossible. A blink of an eye, this shot up, right? But you know what they were trying to do? They were trying to get this level right here. And I had it marked. And I'm only not marking it just so you can't see it now. But let me change this color here. So if you take a look here, look how we miss it. Look how we missed that level. I mean, like, fucking points, dude. And then I was looking at another screen. What is this? So 50 and a quarter. It's literally a point and it's a point and a tick. It's 5 ticks, literally, away. But they kind of threw me off when they didn't hit it because I had that actually marked. Just so you can see as far as yeah, you can see it there. I have it marked there. So we had already reached that March low, which is I already unhighlighted the color. The darker one is up here is the same level here. I took this sell here. Let me show you. I'm not trying to show you the trade, but I'm trying to show you the understanding that when we had that, we had this fib here. I want to make this fucking video short. I really do. But we had it jumped so fast. Let me zoom in. Well, we jumped in so fast to that level, and I was looking at other charts, and I was like, man, did it fucking hit it? Did it not hit it? And by the time that was done, this thing was already down, and I was like, I'm not fucking chasing you. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you guys think you're doing. I'm not chasing this price. And they wanted me to get into this, right? They wanted me to sell into this. Was a good level, but and obviously it was to take some of this liquidity out. But I obviously I couldn't catch it. It was gone. And number two, I didn't want to chase it. So then price retraces back, and I saw this as a beautiful buy too. And when it dipped up and then retraced back in here, I saw that as a buy, but I froze and I said, no, I'm not fucking with you. Like, I was going to be done with the day anyway, like, to be honest. And so see this little pocket of price right here? I was like, when it dipped in, I was like, oh, that's a great buy. So, but I said, fuck, I'll just wait for it. So anyways, wait for it to do something else, right? That's part of your flow or key levels. So anyways, price retraces to a 61, right? To the head. I was like, okay, that's beautiful. So rejected it. Next candle came down. That's 1048 now. The rejection candle is 1047. So 1048 comes down. Then 1049 opens up, pops up. Kind of very similar to yesterday's sell. How I got in on the on the 934 candle or whatever it was. But same idea. This 1049 pops up. And then I end up getting filled right there, right? So, again, I'm not trying to show you my trades. I'm only trying to show you because of the question mark trade that I took, the fucking thing that I've had there for all this time. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. And then you're sitting here like, man, I would have never bought here. And I would normally never buy here either. But I've seen this so many times. I knew this was a bull flag going to be forming, and it was going to hold because we had objectives right here. Yes, they just swept this liquidity, right? But it didn't matter. So, yeah, we didn't like really purge that liquidity. But yeah, and there's been so many times where I'm like, man, you should have took that trade. You knew it was support right there, and you kind of just remember, like after all this shit you've been through in different chart events. But anyway, so price retraces up here, and I took it down here. Now watch this. This is fucking gorgeous. Now the thing is that when it gets down here, it gets rejected. And I say, oh man, that ain't good. This thing is gonna. It's a very common scenario where this will literally hold for support, and it will keep going up. And that's exactly what it did. I didn't expect to sell this to try to get down here, which in a normal case I would. But because it's Friday and because they're reaching for these top objectives and they're keeping the price up, and it's going to be a pretty much a wash day. Like it's not even a day to trade, to be honest with you. I wasn't even going to trade. But I saw this as still support. Look at the body still holding itself right here. So taking the profit here, as the many videos I've made in the past, in the recent past, where I didn't take the profit and I was kind of upset about it. Well, let me tell you something, man. Your game changes when you take the profit for every trade, regardless. Because what happens is that not only did you take the profit, which is the most common sense thing, but like you're stacking your account. So instead of, having trades come back against you, and I'm sure you still do it. I still do it once in a while. So, but the main key is understanding that that's the key to this game. So, for example, this last down candle, I'm gonna change this color to blue. That's support. You see, and again, I've seen this a million times. This last down candle is support, so it's literally holding price up. Now, the other assets, real quick, like fucking Dow, seals it all up. That's why I used to love Dow, because they'll seal it all the way up, and I used to love that. But I know I'm not dealing with Dow, so Nas and S&P are a little bit. As you see, S&P came to 50%, and look what the fuck Nas did. So this is the other reason why I was also holding that buy, because we had a higher lows divergence happening right here with Nas, and we had lower lows here, right? And then when we got here, the reason why to take out the trade is that this support is holding. Nas is more of an asset that's gonna do this exact price action. I mean, it's a language. Like, Dow is obviously more sloppy and rangier. S&P is the average, so it's more of the gentleman's real market, right? Where it's cleaner or more presentable, or whatever fucking word you want to use. And then Nas is a little bit more stronger in the sense of tighter range and where it's going, right? So you don't really get the ranges too well with this so much. But as you see, these are lower lows here with S&P, and we had higher lows here with Dow and Nas, and that is the purpose of getting out of the trade. Can't you see it? Can't you see it? Can't you see this? Nas is up, S&P is in the middle, and Dow is down here. Can't you see the difference, right? So it's just a language, man. And then dollar actually, and I was telling you guys, if dollar comes down all the way down here, then we're really shooting the hell up, and that's exactly what we did. So they shot down with this. It's not like this shot up. Say, like, see right here, see where dollar is? Dollar didn't shoot up from here. If it dollar shoot up from here, then we would have grabbed liquidity and we would have came down. But because dollar came down even more this over here and tapped to this gap, look at that, fucking nice gap in the gap right there. See that? As you can see, I mean, fuck the candles. The price moves from gap to gap, but that was an indication of it staying up right there, right? But anyways, let me see. Is that it? I wanted to make a short video today, so real quick. So where do we go from here? I mean, man, we've already accomplished the buyer's remorse scenario. This is starting to remind me of this area right here when I was calling the market here. You see how we have like this you see how we have this retrace right here? Let me zoom out. Let me see if I can do this. You see how we have this this retrace right here? Right here. We retrace back and then we pull up like back to resistance, and then we make another leg down. So we've made that leg up. Can't you see this? Doesn't it look similar? Like when you came down here, we found support, we retrace after breaking, then we retrace back up, right? And then that would be like this area right here. If I was to draw a line, it'd be something similar to this or something, right? So, well, you get what I'm trying to do here, right? So it doesn't look like that's the part of it. Like, doesn't it look like this the same thing that where we were at? And if you look here, it's kind of like break, retrace, and then you get this extra leg down for some 3-4 weeks, and then retrace back up, and then finale down into the bigger imbalance here, right? But I don't know. This is a pretty big support area with this down candle, and there's this imbalance. So I mean, I'm assuming that this price level is going to hold, but if we're bearish, then I can expect another leg down, and then I'm assuming that I mean, they would want to wipe out this area. So, coming down like that on the higher time frame type of shit, is what I'm trying to say. Something like this, and then something like that. I don't know. We'll see, man. But anyways, I think that's all I wanted to say. Oh, there's also this gap right here that I highlighted. So there's no body of it. And there's no body here either, by the way. There's no body here. So, should be interesting. You guys take care. Have a good weekend, and God bless.